Let's look at a complicated problem with exponents here. So the directions say to simplify completely without negative exponents. There are lots of different ways to approach this problem, and no one single way is the best way. But how I'm going to choose to approach it first is to distribute that exponent of a 2. So I'm actually going to do it over here. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually distribute this exponent by multiplying it to each of these to get rid of it. So that's going to give me 10 to the 4th, m to the 48th, over 2 to the negative 6. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with this negative exponent. What that means is that I need to move the base, whether if it's in the top, it needs to move to the bottom, bottom to the top, and then change to a positive. So it's going to give me 10 to the 4th, m to the 48th, times 2 to the positive 6. Now, it says I can use a calculator in WebAssign. You're welcome to do that. So I would calculate 10 to the 4th and 2 to the 6th and then multiply those together. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, m to the 48. So I could deal with this a different way. I could say, all right, I am going to deal with my negative exponent first. So that would give me 10 to the 2nd, m to the 24th, and then this means the base 2 needs to move, and when I move it, it becomes a positive. Now there's nothing in the bottom. If I wanted to do over 1, I could, but I don't need to. And then I've got the 2, and now I could distribute the 2. And so that would give me 10 to the 4th, m to the 24, m to the 48, and 2 to the 6th, and then I would do the same thing. I would get both of those values, so 10 to the 4th is going to give me times m to the 48th times 2 to the 6th times 64, and then I realize, oh, that's the same thing as before. Now, let's say you wanted to do it a different way. Let's say because you have the calculator, you actually want to evaluate your bases that are numeric or numbers. So you know that 10 to the 2nd is 100. And I still am going to move this exponent up because I don't want to deal with fractions. So I've got 10 to the 2nd is 100, m to the 24th, and that's 2 to the 3rd. Then I'm going to deal with that. So that's 100, m to the 24th, times 8, and then maybe you're like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and multiply those, so that would give me 800 m to the 24th squared. Now you might be in a pickle here because there's no exponent, and the mistake would be to multiply 800 times 2. You can only multiply exponents by themselves, so I'm going to put an exponent of a 1 there. It's going to give me 800 squared m to the 48th, and when I type in my calculator 800 squared, I get, what do you think? And there's probably other ways to approach this problem as well, but no matter what, you get the same thing.